Welcome to our Good Life video project. Season 1 recap. We thought we would talk a little bit about thought we would talk a little bit about what everybody remembers when I announced that we were going to do this project. Do you guys remember when I announced that? Where were we?
No idea.
We were on the road.
We were actually on our vacation.
Yeah. Where we were stopping by
we
the
went to
Welcome
the
to
Bahamas.
Nebraska sign.
Well, it was before. Well, did I announce it before?
Literally like a minute before we got to that.
Because
sign.
we went to the Nebraska University and we did your recording. Was that before?
No.
That might have been on our way, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was on our way.
Yeah.
And we stopped at UNL and you did your things in front of the. So what does everybody?
I don't remember you announcing it, but I remember doing that at UNL, and then I remember stopping at the Nebraska state sign on the Nebraska border and doing a little thing.
Picture that we've had for our profile. What do you remember, Ashley? Do you remember anything?
Not from the start, no. More from the videos made later on.
I remember Noah was super excited about it.
Loved it. Great idea.
If you notice in the season 1 videos, Noah didn't appear because at that time
He appeared in the
in the
one from the Bahamas because you forced him to.
which
be
was
a part
the
of it.
which was the announcement of it.
Yeah, and he was in the picture at the Nebraska sign.
But now he's going to be in season 2 eventually, motorcycle riding. But we'll get more to that in a little bit. So do you see? Looks like we've got about 5 people on. I can't see. I'm using
You can't tell who it
a
is.
camera. I can't. That's why Caleb's monitoring.
Oh, who's watching?
Nothing yet.
No one's watching it.
So
there's
there's
5
5
people.
Who's
I know
watching?
Throw it here.
So if you have any
I don't know
questions,
if
you
I
can
see
you can type out the questions. Caleb's moderating the live stream, and he'll shoot out your question, and we'll answer questions. So, what do you remember about me and about the whole project? Your thoughts on the whole project?
Me? I remember thinking that was a good idea, but I didn't know how we were going to make it happen. And
Let's not do that, so the dogs don't knock over the.
and then I remember like it just worked out because the people that could go on a certain weekend would go. Like it didn't have to be all of us at everything every single time, and so then it just worked that year that we just did whatever counties. Like we would go to counties that we already wanted to go to for something else, and then just made it part of that.
And what do you guys remember when I announced it? What were your feelings about it? And
I just kind of thought it was going to be a lot of like driving around, just like looking at random places, and like I thought it'd be less interactive with people than it turned out to be.
Caleb?
Yeah, I didn't know what the plan was. I thought it was gonna be fun because I had just done. I think I had started working on some YouTube stuff for college, so I thought it'd be really cool, and I thought I'd maybe want to help edit, but then I didn't end up having time to help with that. But no, I thought it'd be interesting, but it'd take a lot of time up.
What do you think, Noah?
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed because I was just like, more time to do something that I don't have time for, I guess. I don't know.
More time with the family.
I know.
Tammy says hello. Goodbye, family.
Hello, Tammy.
What up?
So the first county that we did was Seward County, and Elijah was involved in that one. We did 13 counties in all that first season, and the next county was
I don't remember the order.
Cass County.
Oh yeah, we did Cass County when we did our yearly family reunion at Mahoney. That was fun.
And who went and did the, what are they called? Home fries, steak fries.
Oh, yep, I did. And some people.
Oh, at the
Noah was there. He
Testicle
wasn't thrilled.
Festival?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that
Nice.
place.
he was in
All
that
the
video,
walls
but he
again.
wasn't thrilled.
So everybody needs to talk up a little bit.
Oh, we have to talk louder. We move that shit now.
And then Asha went, well, we did then, I think then was the next one Buffalo County?
Well, just talk about the ones that you remember doing,
Yeah.
Asha.
Which one did you go
I
to,
don't
Asha?
remember which county it was.
Fillmore?
No, we never did Fillmore. Jamie doesn't even know what counties we did.
I just remember going to like a blacksmith shop and watching them make a couple different things. Like one was the head of a horse on like a fire poker, I think, and just watch them like make that from start to finish. And went to the Stagecoach Mall.
In Fairbury. We were at Steel City with the living history.
And Fairbury's in what county?
County down there.
It's like Saline County?
No, it's
Queens
not.
County?
It's further down. It's Caleb, can you look that up?
We
Why don't
should-
you look
we
that up
should
on your
know
phone?
this.
I'm working
I
on
should
it.
know it off the
Slow
top of
me
my
down.
head,
I'm
but
working on
Hey
it right
Siri,
now.
what county is Fairbury in?
but to answer, Tammy asked a question. I'm answering the questions more than you are, Caleb. What's up with
Well,
that?
like I was waiting for a break.
Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Sorry, I was waiting for a break in the conversation to bring it up. It's Jefferson.
Tammy wanted to know whose dog this is.
Mine.
So that means Sunny has to come and show herself.
Come
It's mine
on,
too.
Sonny.
It's mine.
It's Noah's
Yeah, it'd be
girlfriend's
good if you
dog.
stand up,
The audience.
right?
Sunny's part of the audience. You gotta come in a little more, Sunny.
Maybe. Should be like.
George, come here. Come here.
That is Sunny's dog,
George.
George. Noah thinks he owns the dog too.
Partially.
Because that's not common.
And then, do you remember where we ate, actually?
I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember what it was called either.
We should probably have done our homework a little bit.
No,
So we
No.
remembered more of the places and stuff.
And Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
where did you go?
Went to, well, Anabar, Ravenna, and that was, I don't know the county at
You
all.
can talk to the camera.
Anabar.
Buffalo County.
Buffalo County.
Which is the same county that Kearney's in.
Yeah.
But we went to
That was tough to choose.
Ravenna, and their celebration is called Anabar, which is Ravenna backwards.
Yeah, there was so many different things we could do there because, yeah, Kearney has so many different cool events, but I think we decided on that because it was a smaller town.
Yeah, that's part of the.
Yeah.
That's
Not
one of
as
the
many
hard
people would
parts. Is deciding what places you want to highlight from a certain county when they maybe have more than one.
And we
place.
did Anabar because of the tractor pull.
Yeah.
So the whole if you don't know, the whole thing started based on a guy that came and visited us in March of that year named Nos. Nos Daily is his Facebook page. At the time, he had been doing daily videos, 1 minute long daily videos for 370 some days. He wound up doing 1 minute videos for 1,000 days. And at that time, he had about 300,000 people that liked his page. Now his page is up to over 10 million. So he's been in. But when he did that, we went to the University of Nebraska, showed him the football stadium, and then we came out here and he saw cornfields, and we shot guns. And we thought, that's extremely stereotypical of what you would think of with Nebraska. So we started the whole Good Life video project to show the diversity of everything that's done in Nebraska. I mean, there's so many different things that people do and that people are involved in. So we tried, the intention is to show why Nebraska is called the Good Life.
Yeah, and that people think that Nebraska is just a flyover state and that there's nothing to do here and that there's nothing to offer and there's nothing interesting here. But the point was to try to find out interesting things from each county in Nebraska, which we have 93 counties in Nebraska.
93 counties.
Which might be the most counties of any state. I'm not really sure, but there's a lot of counties, and so we decided to try to highlight something from each county to show that there are interesting things about Nebraska. It's not just a whole state full of cows and cornfields and nothing to do. But ask Asha a couple more questions because she has to leave soon.
So what are your thoughts now that it's been really 3 years since we started the project? We kind of had like a 3-year break.
Yeah.
I think it's just become part of like our routine whenever we travel, is just finding a way to incorporate something about a county or the most interesting thing about a county into our trip, and so it's not extremely hard to do. It's just part of our routine.
And have you learned, do you feel like you learned more about the state than what you knew in history books?
Oh yeah. I guess we don't learn tons about Nebraska in high school history classes. And
You've had Nebraska history though in junior high. Do you feel like you got to see a lot more than what you learned in
Oh,
those
yeah.
books?
all the history books are more about things that happened a long time ago or like historical sites, but with the videos we make, we're able to see like things that people built or like family businesses that have been passed down through generations and things that aren't recorded in history books but are just a part of each county.
Colette has a question that Ash can answer too, and then we all can answer it. It's what was your favorite memory and what county was it in, if you remember the county? What?
Since we have a hard
Yeah.
time.
You have
My favorite memory was the steel makers. Like they were
blacksmiths.
they were just really nice people. They were super excited to show us like their talent and explain everything to us and answer any questions. And it was just a super cool experience.
And to me, it was kind of neat.
Because his dad was a welder, and so it hits close to home for him to go visit a blacksmith shop and kind of see the history of that.
That was neat to pass it.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing for me because when I moved to Ann Arbor for the tractor pull, that was cool, and getting to talk to my dad about what it was like growing up and seeing his dad do the tractor pulling stuff with those.
Yeah, because the kids had never experienced tractor pulls or the blacksmithing part of my family history. So that was
And mine was in Buffalo County, and Ashes was then in
Jefferson.
Bye.
so. Ash has to go
Bible
off to
study.
Bible study now. The FCA Bible study. So Sunny could actually come over here and sit if she wanted.
She loves to be in front of the camera, I'm sure.
So Elijah, what was your favorite memory and favorite?
I can't remember what county. You'll probably remember once I explain it. But we went out, and it was kind of in the mountains more west, and like it was basically you'd have to look and you'd have to search for like the places there because it was really rural and you can't literally find like it's just a lot of
County?
open. I think so. Yeah, when we went to
Where
the
we went
ranch.
to the grasslands and
Yeah, that one.
we went
part.
and stayed at High Plains Homestead in
You're stealing his thunder.
the grasslands of the National Grasslands?
I think so. Ogallala.
Yeah.
National.
Yeah, Ogallala National Grasslands. So now you can keep going.
But we went to a ranch, and we stayed like it was interesting. Like it was a ranch, but they also had little cabins there that you could stay there overnight, and they had a little town where they just had buildings that
Like a mock town.
yeah, and they had an actual running little bar restaurant there that you could get your food at, and he cooked. I think my dad got a steak, and I think I got a burger or something. But you could watch them cook it over this fire. He would put it on there, and then he'd lower it, and it was just really interesting. And they had this little outside pool also that you could go in. It was just so cool because you could just look out and you could see all the mountains and everything. And I remember we were staying that night, and like maybe at 11 at night, we were hearing some howling, and we're like, we're gonna wake up and there's gonna be like a fox in front of our door or
Coyote
something.
trying to get in our door.
Yeah, and in the water there, it has salt. They have a lot of something in it, sulfur. That's what it was,
Yes.
and it makes it kind of smell weird.
Like egg.
Yeah, it's really rotten. But then we also went to was it a national park with the mountains, and they were like
Well, it's not really mountains.
Toadstool?
but
yeah, the Toadstool Park. That was so cool. And I went, and you could just follow this trail, or you could just kind of make your own path. And I went up to like the highest place I could see, and just like it was just so cool to just look out on all of it, and just it was really interesting because there was just so much to look at.
Yeah, so in western Nebraska, so that was going to be my favorite memory too, was that same trip to that county. Was that Sioux County?
Was Sioux County.
Because in when you get to western Nebraska, or even kind of northern central Nebraska, that the landscape is so different from here. Like you think of Nebraska as just being flat and corn and not much to look at, and that you can see forever. But when you get so far in Nebraska, it's very hilly, and there's ranch land, and then even places that kind of almost look like Colorado or Arizona, or like just weird. Like Toadstool Park is kind of just a bizarre place to see, and it's rocky and just doesn't look at all like what you think of when you think Nebraska.
It's the southern part of the Badlands, which are mostly known as South Dakota.
But what's knows?
Did you go on any weekend trips with Dad?
I don't think so.
But Noah's going to be in part of the moto vlogging that we do. I may make that part of this as well. We took a trip to the Black Hills last year. We may put that in.
So, what do you remember about riding through Nebraska to get there?
You could tell a story about trying to go see Smith Falls, which will actually be in one of our
Upcoming.
season 2 upcoming episodes.
Yeah, so it was pretty funny. So we went up to go try to see Smith Falls. We were riding up to Sturgis, stopped through. It was kind of a tough spot to find, I guess. I don't know why. It was super challenging for us.
So first we took my GPS to get down there to the camp area of Smith Falls.
Which is in
And-
Cherry County, right?
Yes, which is in Cherry County. And we got down to the campgrounds and we were like, I don't see any falls. And Noah said, come this way. My GPS.
Yeah, so I had entered into my phone where Smith Falls was, and it took us like down a trail. So we were following the trail, and we crossed a bridge, and it kind of looked like it was like somebody's land or something.
We went from a
And-
road to just two.
It was a
Paths.
it was a legitimate dirt trail. It wasn't even a road or anything. It was a dirt trail, like walking trail. And we drove up it, and we kind of came into like a grass. There was a lot of grass and just trees and nowhere to really go. There was not a road or anything. And we were about to turn around, and I had turned my bike around, and my dad was about to turn his around, and a farmer pulled up in his pickup and was like, hey, what are you guys doing? And we were like, well, we're looking for Smith Falls. And he's like, yep, well, it's not this way. So thankfully he wasn't terribly upset that we just didn't know where we were. But we turned around to go back, and driving back down the trail, some of the dirt, it was kind of like angled, and some of the dirt slipped out from under my wheels, and the bike actually fell over on top of me, and I had to have him park his bike and come help me up because I was stuck.
His leg was trapped underneath the
Yeah.
bike.
5 minutes? I don't know.
And this was about 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
So we were
It was getting dark. The sun was going down.
brought the bike back up, and we couldn't get the bike started. Well, when motorcycles tip over, they have a float thing that makes them not be able to turn back on. You have to disengage that. So we had to take the air cleaner all off, and then we got it to start. And it's about 8:30, and we pull up out of the gravel area. Because if you go to Smith Falls, you go gravel to get there. We pull onto the highway, and we're riding into Valentine, and there's lightning in the far distance.
Yeah,
And
and it started raining.
Yeah,
It started raining. We were going, so we were both starving, and we went to go get food. And we checked into our motel and everything, and then we went to go get food, and it started raining when we were on our way to go get food. And then we kind of took our time when we were eating and everything, so hopefully it would stop raining, but it just never stopped, and it actually ended up getting worse and worse and worse. So we were like,
and
The
every
sooner we
place
leave,
was
the
closed. It was 10 o'clock at night,
yep.
and we had left here at noon, and it was 10 hours. It took us 10 hours to get to Valentine. We just
It
went
is
to
about
Valentine.
a 4.5 hour trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely took our time.
Tammy said, "Oh, the adventures you two get into." OJ and Noah.
Who said that?
Tammy. And then Pam said, "Happy birthday."
Thank you.
That was a while ago, like 7 minutes. And Shirley said that she thinks sometimes you go through too fast in the videos. So maybe explain why the timing of the videos is the way it is instead of thoroughly explaining everything. Why have you chosen to break everything up?
Well, that's one thing we're probably going to change in future upcoming videos. Is we kind of did everything according to a script, and initially when we did them, I was trying to keep the videos in 3 to 5 minutes time frame. They'll probably extend and be a little longer in this season. But that's the reason they were so short, is we covered a lot of stuff and they were very short. And we were also kind of trying to somewhat follow the NOS Daily quick video thing. He did 1 minute videos. We did 3 to 5 minute videos. But they'll probably be a little bit longer this season. And we're kind of going to change from a script type to probably more of a vlog type video this season, where we'll talk to the camera and show what we did and like that.
Are you still wanting to do interviews with people? Because I remember for some videos we'd interview.
Yeah, we probably will try to. It's probably the focus of this season is probably going to be a little closer to motorcycle related, and also passport. The Nebraska passport program takes you to all kinds of different places in Nebraska, and so we're kind of going to focus on going to those places with the passport, and doing the counties that we pick up passport stamps at, and so some of that will have some interviews, like in probably one of these first. We've already shot. I think I've shot about 5 videos. Some of them were shot 3 years ago, but we never edited them. We're going to edit those. And then some of them were shot recently. And when we edit those, there are some interviews in that.
So I think that's one of the things I liked the best, is that when we first started talking about doing this, I thought it was just going to be mainly us and scenery and looking at the different counties and seeing what the different counties were like. But I think the best part of this was meeting the people that run. I mean, every little town has something special about it and interesting about it. And so we would go to this really small town and we might stay in this place that I've never heard of, and most of the people even in Nebraska have never heard of, and meet the people that run it and why they run it. It might have been passed down from their parents or grandparents and a generational thing, or it might be that they purchased it from someone else and then they've changed it into what it is today or whatever. But just hearing the different people's stories about why they're doing what they're doing, whether it's a little diner or it's a bed and breakfast, or it's like Elijah was saying, the ranch that we stayed at that was amazing up in nowhere, Nebraska, that it's not like tons of people pass through it and get to see it, but it's a really cool place that if people know about, they will go visit, and you can stay there. And like he said, they have this little mock town where they have a old style mercantile set up, and a schoolhouse and a church and a stable and a jail, and just like this, you can kind of see what life would have been like 100 years ago in an old style town. And it's just really interesting just to see how people are living and what they're doing in all the different parts of Nebraska.
And a lot of the places we went to, which something that I found interesting when we went to make the videos to put them on YouTube. So initially when we did this, all the videos were only going to be on Facebook. And since that time now, we're going to spread them out and put them on YouTube as well, for those who don't Facebook, so that we can reach a larger audience. But in doing the videos, the relaunch to the videos on YouTube, I went back and researched a lot of the places that we went and visited, and the businesses, and a lot of them have changed hands. High Plains Homestead is different owners. The Danish Bakery has different owners. The Harrison Hotel has different owners. The Vineyard that I went to in Winkelmann has different owners. So another thing we're going to try to do is get all of them together in probably a couple weeks. I was wanting to do it in July, but it just didn't work out. And do a live stream with them and talk about the changes that they're making with their businesses. I know the Danish Bakery offers a lot more food. If you know anything about the Danish Bakery in Dannebrog, they're known all over the state for doing pizza on Thursday nights. And they make fabulous pizzas. Elijah and I went there, and the guy put more toppings on the pizza than what I've had on multiple pizzas. But they've sold that business, and now they're offering stuff every day, food every day, and expanding. And that's what's kind of with each place. They're expanding what they're doing and changing with new ownership. So we want to kind of cover that. So if you want to go visit those places, you can know a little bit more about that business. And then also talk about how the COVID quarantining and isolation has affected their businesses and that.
Any other questions, Ken?
Shirley just asked if we saw the falls. And yes, we did see the falls. It's going to be in an upcoming
This time.
video. Yeah, this time they did. We came back without Noah, sadly. We went back to Cherry County recently, just a few weeks ago, and that'll be a video coming out. 2 videos from that trip. In season 2.
So they have multiple falls up there, though. They have Smith Falls, and they have, what's the other falls that we did see?
Oh,
Fort Niobrara.
Fort Niobrara Falls? And
yeah.
that doesn't sound quite right, but there was 2 falls that we did see, and then Snake River Falls we tried to go see, but there was a sign at the entrance saying that you couldn't come in right now, and now I think it's open. But
Yeah, Smith Falls is the tallest falls. Not in the United States, but the tallest falls in Nebraska. And Snake River Falls would have been the widest falls.
That's it for questions for now.
So are there any places that you guys think you'd want to go, that you would look forward to going to in Nebraska that you've thought of?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would probably be is in Ashland, the tar beds.
Up north?
Yeah.
East?
What was that? The elephant graveyard. I think that'd be cool if we haven't done that county yet.
Okay.
But I mean, a lot of people know about that, so we could probably. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that, but we could also find a lesser known place.
Elijah?
Well, anywhere that like I really want to go that I've seen.
Indian Cave?
Oh yeah. I want to go to that.
I don't know what county that's in, but. How about you, Noah? Noah just wants to ride his motorcycle. He doesn't care where
I would say probably. I've never seen Carhenge. You guys, what county is that?
Brittany
That's the
said,
Alliance area.
Brittany said hi, family.
Hi, Brittany.
Yeah, I've never seen Carhenge, and it's so funny that there's so many things in Nebraska that living in this state my entire life just not ever seen, but it just being there. So I guess like Carhenge, and just
Love you too, Britt.
out west, like just
Hey,
not.
Brady. Hey, Brady.
Just haven't made a lot of trips out west. So just everything that's west of here, I would say.
I'm kind of interested in seeing what's in the northeast part of the state because I've never really had a reason to go up that direction. Like we've gone through the west part on our way to Colorado or Wyoming and stuff, and so we've seen a little bit of that. But it's really cool to see what's out there. Like I said, it's so different. It's a long drive from here, but the northeast part of the state, I don't really know what's up there.
Bob's Bar.
Okay.
Mo and I took a trip to Bob's Bar.
Was
But we
with
didn't
the-
film anything.
Was that the place with the Heath burgers? That was so good.
I do think it's sad, but also exciting that there are so many things to see in Nebraska. Like Noah said, you know, he's lived here his whole life, and I have almost my whole life, except for 4 years. And so many things in Nebraska that we haven't gone and seen, that we didn't know existed, or that we didn't take the time to go see and to show our kids. And there's, you know, we feel like when we go on vacation, we have to go to Florida, all the way to Florida, to do something interesting and fun, which I love the beach, but there are a lot of interesting things here also.
So if there's any places that those of you who are watching that know, any counties that you think we should visit in this season, you should put that in the comments. You should just move to Florida, Brady says. It's not a county in Nebraska, Brady. It is a good idea, though.
Is he paying?
Yeah, you can.
But if there's any counties in Nebraska that you think we should go to in this season, you can place it in the comments down there. Yep.
Do something at the museum in New York. Yeah. We got told about
Actually-
a Marvel museum
Yes.
in one of the videos.
Yes, when we were just in Cherry
Cherry-
County,
Yeah.
there, a lady stopped us and told us about this very cool Marvel museum in New York that we needed to go see.
I guess the roller skate museum in Lincoln, if we're on that.
That's true.
Track.
We already did Lancaster County, sorry.
It's okay.
We could, though, we could hit other highlights of counties we've already done if we aren't able to make it to a new county at some time, because there's so much in some counties that we can't talk about it all.
Yeah, there's a lot in, you know, that's the neat thing is there's, and hopefully this will, if you continue to follow on our adventures, that we can show you is there's a lot of things to do here in Nebraska that maybe you didn't know about before. So that's what we hope to be able to show people and to be able to bring to you is maybe to encourage you to check out the state that you live in more. And I have a lot of family that now live in Kansas. You guys could do the same thing down there in Kansas. Check out all your counties and see what kinds of neat things they do. But our dogs are alive and well. Welcome back, Sonny.
Tammy asked if we've been to the Apple Harvest Festival in Nebraska City.
We haven't.
It's a good idea. Apple Harvest Festival. Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of stinks that the coronavirus stuff that's happened right now, because I think that'll limit a lot of what we're able to do and the events that we're able to go see.
Right now.
For
Right.
now.
This year there might.
Yeah.
Well, there's still a lot of things I think we'll be able to do. And speaking of the passport, and maybe I'll leave that. There's some really neat. Hi, George. This is the crazy dog, George. With the passport, I asked him to give me some stats, the Nebraska Tourism Board, and I'll save that for our season 2 kickoff video to give you the stats about the passport program and how many people it involves. It's kind of a neat thing. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add? You know, Elijah, you got to go on a lot of the counties.
Yeah. Well, just some things that I remember, like, is when we went to Ord County.
Not Ord County, we went to Ord.
Yeah, Ord, yeah.
In Howard County.
And there was a biker, like, it's like Ride Nebraska or something that happens every year. And I think,
Tour de Nebraska.
oh, yeah. It's like a spin-off of, like, the Tour de France. But, and that was just so cool because there was people that would come from so far away just to do this in Nebraska. And there was so they would tent, and there was like a 3-day thing, and so there was one day where we tented with them, and there was these people that were across from me and my dad, and I went over there and I made friends with them somehow and talked to them for like.
You went tanking with them.
Oh yeah. We went tanking when we were down there, and he didn't want to go on it, or he couldn't.
Elijah got to do tanking.
But yeah.
And he met these people, and I lost him to these people. He went and hung out in their tent and was just talking with them, and they were.
Yeah, I went.
They accepted him into their
tent
group.
for like 3 hours. It was really cool. But yeah, it was just so cool to see and literally, I don't think that there was a single person that we met at that biker thing that was mean, and it was just so cool to see. And those people some of them weren't even from Nebraska, so it just goes to show that there's so many people out there who are just nice. And then also there was it because of the Tour de Nebraska that there was something going on in Ord? Or
Yeah, that was because
wait.
they had a concert.
Yeah, and we were just kind of going around and looking at all the stuff there, and I don't remember how much.
Oh, that was their farmers market?
Yeah. And there was this lady that we talked to about honey for an hour.
Elijah learned a lot about honey that weekend.
Just stuff like that. And what was another one? Oh, and we went, and I remember this car show that we went and looked at, and there was this little kid that had I don't know if it was a pedal or if his parents were pushing him or what.
That was in Cass County.
Just all the little things that you remember from it, it's just so cool. And it just goes to show that there's so much more to Nebraska if you just go out and look.
Yeah, so we made a lot of good memories, and we wish we would have started it sooner, had the idea earlier, so that we could get more memories in. And then now it's been 3 years because we get busy with all the stuff the kids are involved in, and there doesn't seem to be enough time. But how many counties have we done?
13. We've done
13
13
out of
counties.
90, 30.
So we have 80 counties left to do.
13 in season 1.
Yeah.
13 were done in
So,
season 1.
We'll see. Yeah, Tammy said it'll be easier to visit remote places due to COVID. Probably a few people know. Brady told.
Brady said he wanted Kiki to come down
Yeah.
and join the video. So, what do you remember about season 1 of the Good Life video?
That it was the first season.
Oh my goodness. Come here. Hey, come here.
That's nice that you joined us because your son requested it.
Yeah, I texted her.
It better be my son's request.
It was. His comments right here. And then, yeah, Shirley said that Beatrice has a lot of history, and that in Brownville, that they hid, when the slaves were escaping the South.
Is that part of
It was
the,
part of the
Underground
Railroad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in
Brittany
Kansas.
says hello. Hi, Mom, with heart eyes.
So yeah, there's a lot of history that you learn when you go visit these places. What?
No, my dad.
What?
Huh?
That it went to everybody's feet?
It went to my feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's typing the closed captions? Nobody. That's automatic, I think, if you have it
Yeah,
on.
it's automatic.
Why? What's it say we're saying?
Probably something's probably wrong.
Hopefully it's getting them right because it's doing it automatically.
I don't know. I guess I always remember when I went to Anavar that. So there was a drone we were trying to fly. My dad was trying to fly for the parade, and right at the end, it crashed into a tree. Right at the end, and he had to run halfway down the parade just to get his broken drone.
Yeah, I had just gotten my drone back
From being fixed.
after crashing
Was that
it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I flew it down, and the signal was really spotty. So I flew it down the parade route, flew it back down the parade route, flew it down the parade route again, flew it back down the parade route. Thought, okay, I'm going to fly it down one more time down the parade route.
Never do
Flew
it
it
one
down.
more time.
And it hit a tree and landed like from me to the wall, like probably from me to Caleb away from people.
That is a
when it crashed.
life lesson. Whatever you are doing and you think, I'm just going to do this one more time,
Always
don't
do
do
it.
it. That is when the bad things happen.
Jamie said the closed caption's been about 90% accurate, so that's good. And Brittany wants to Zoom family stuff though. So Brittany wants to do a Zoom call with everybody.
A Zoom call?
Yeah.
What, my Brittany?
Yeah, you're Brittany.
Oh. How do we do that?
Well, we're not right now.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
I was like, wait, what?
We'll figure it out. But yeah. Hopefully don't lose any cameras motorcycling. But I'm sure
Oh, that happened too.
We just
And
spent-
phones.
phones.
Who was with us that time? When
Elijah,
a camera.
we were going to Sue and Cass.
I'm telling the
yeah.
story. We were driving down the highway, and he had his GoPro mounted to the side of the van.
with
so that-
suction cups.
Yeah, so that he could
Oh.
get
Oh yeah.
time lapse or something. And at one point, it just flew off of the side of the van, and we went back to try to search for it. And
It was actually the Prius. Normally, I had put it
oh, the
back
Prius.
by the door. This
Sorry.
time, I decided to put it up on the fender.
He
and we
can't
could
let
see
me
it
tell
go.
the whole story.
No, every story.
Because we're driving the wrong vehicle.
Anyway, it flew off of the vehicle, and we spent like an hour looking for it
Up and down the
on
road,
the side of the road, and we never found it.
we found a
We
door.
found pieces of it.
We found the suction cup thing, but we never found the GoPro. It was really weird. So if nobody else has any more questions, or
I don't see any more right now.
we're going to sign off. We thank you for joining us, and keep an eye out because we're going to start doing videos again. And they will now be posted on the Good Life video page, and then they will also be posted on Mr. Big Juice Daddy's YouTube page. And I'm Mr. Big Juice Daddy.
Whoa.
So- So, till next time,
Love you too, Brett.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
bye.
Bye.